Why must we retire on purpose? Because if you do not figure out what is the purpose when we retire for our second life, whatever money that we have accumulated, whatever retirement funding that we have done successfully, just in case you do not know, it's just a means to the end. It's just a means for us to have a better life. And it does not take us more than that. So crunching the number alone, just look at how much we're alone without considering what's happening in our life. What stage are we in our life? What happened in our life? And what events on the near horizon will be incomplete and meaningless. So what we are trying to say here is that if we just look at the number, we do not really look at the current situation of a particular person, what challenges that he faced, what passion that he has, what is his family situation, what is his maybe health condition. We just ignore all this and just throw a standard retirement plan to him. What I mean, that will be meaningless. So the idea is to be very much aware about how one person, whether the advisor need to be aware of where the client is, what the client really want out of his second life, or if you are a DIY person, you should ask yourself, what is it that you really want for your life? How do you improve? How do you transform yourself to have a happy second life? Okay, now continue. Why must we retire on purpose? Viktor Frank is a very famous Nazi Holocaust survivor. But not only that, he is also a very famous book author called Man Searching for Meaning. Okay, so imagine he was put into the concentration camp, and then as a psychologist expert, he applied whatever he have learned, have been educated on, to see why and how to make a human survive Nazis concentration camp. So out many output and the research that he has done, he said once, even more people now have the means to live. People are getting richer, people have more income, more asset, but no meaning to live for. That is very ironic. Right? So I see this statement is very relevant to our current retirement space. So therefore, when there is no life purpose in retirement, when you just forced into retirement or just walk into retirement without really thinking deeply what is the meaning of your retirement life, your second life, then you might have the means to retire. You may have saved a lot, you may have EPF money, you may have a few properties to support your retirement life, but no meaning to live for during retirement.